welcome to yet another video. My name is Saurav Prateek. I'm a web solutions engineer at Google, and in this video we'll be looking towards the AI agent, like how you can build an agentic workflow on your own. So for that, what we have here is a demo. What we're trying to do is that we're trying to build an agentic workflow using LangChain's LangGraph framework. So it's an open source framework used for orchestrating AI agents. So what we are actually trying to build here is a referral outreach agent. So as the name suggests, what a referral outreach agent is it will gonna write the referral outreach messages for you. So what generally candidates do is that the people who are looking for a job, they try to write a referral message to someone they know on LinkedIn. Like, so what can happen is that there is a person on LinkedIn, maybe he's an engineer, he's an engineer at Facebook, and you want to apply for an open position at Facebook. You can you will probably write a message like, hey, the name of the person, and then, hey, like, since you are at this current role in Facebook, I'm also looking for this open position role at Facebook. You would want to add your skills, your referral outreach message would want to have your skills and experiences and all in a very summarized way, so that the receiver will not it will not take much time for the receiver to read the message and understand the context, and they'll be able to get the gist that, hey, this is the experience, this is the skill of the candidate, and then they can make a decision whether they want to hire, whether they want to refer, whether they want you to refer or not. So that is the basic idea. Currently what happens is that you have to look on to the LinkedIn profile of that person, you have to understand the name, you have to understand the role of that person, you have to understand what company it is, then you have to also include your skills and experiences every time. This agent will gonna automate that for you. What they'll gonna do is that on your behalf, they'll gonna go through their profile, whosoever you're sending the referral message, they'll gonna read your profile as well, and they'll gonna read from the profile, they'll gonna grab the experiences and the skills which you have. They'll gonna also see the current role and the organization of the receiver, and on the basis of the open position which you're trying to apply for, they will the agent will gonna frame a outreach message for a referral request. So that is what we are planning to do. This is the agenda. In order to build it, we'll first discuss what the AI agent architecture should look like. After that, we're gonna go through each nodes individually. So here the nodes is the function. So every agent will perform some functions to build the entire agentic workflow. So we're gonna go through each node, and the nodes are written in Python. So even if you have a basic programming knowledge of Python, you should be able to grab the context, and it is whatever we are designing here is basically from scratch, so it shouldn't be much complex. After that, we're gonna understand, like, once we have understood the node, we're gonna see how you can arrange and connect these nodes together in a LangGraph framework. And then we can see, once you have connected all these nodes together and you have built a workflow in LangGraph, how you can run the entire agentic workflow. And at the end, we're gonna discuss the output of the agentic workflow. So this is the current agenda of the video. We have the intro cleared. Let's try to understand the architecture of the AI agent. So I'm gonna quickly move to the architecture part. So this is the current high-level architecture looks like. You have the AI agent in the center. What it is trying to do is that it is trying to take two information. So the first is the candidate information here. The candidate information will definitely be the name of the candidate. Apart from that, it will also try to pick the skills and the experience of the candidate. So suppose you are trying to send a referral to a person, then the agent will try to pull your information first from your LinkedIn profile. Maybe the information will be your name, the information you will be what are your skills and experiences. That is also well defined on a LinkedIn profile or anywhere from your resume as well. That's totally up to you, but it will gonna pick those because the agent would want to add those skills and experiences in the referral outreach message, because the person who is receiving the referral message, they should be able to understand that a person who is trying to send me or the person whom I'm planning to refer, what is his skills and what is his experience, so that they can decide whether they want you to refer or not. So currently example, this like in this agentic workflow, the name of the candidate is John Doe, and the current position of the candidate is a senior software engineer position at UBS. The candidate is based out of Zurich, Switzerland. And another information which the agent is taking is the receiver information. So the receiver information involves the current role of the receiver and the organization, because the agent want to understand, like, when they want to frame the referral message, whom should they dedicate it to, like what should be the name of the person to whom they are sending the referral message, what is their current role and what is their organization. Suppose you're trying to send out a referral message to a person who is currently a software engineer at Meta, then the agent would want to know that. So this is the current formal information. So here the receiver in this AI agent workflow, the receiver is Zach Johnson, and he is currently a co-founder of AI product at a startup called Mindera. Now what the AI agent will do, they will gonna try to build a referral message. This will be a tailored referral message for applying to a role, right, in the organization, for in the receiver's organization, by keeping in mind the candidate's experience and skill. So that is what they would want to do. And I'd like to edit this small typo. Yeah, so a tailored referral message for applying to a role in the receiver's organization by keeping in mind the candidate's experience and skill. And that is why they are pulling these information. So that is why the AI agent is pulling these information, so that they can tailor the message accordingly, the referral message accordingly. Have cleared the agent architecture. Now we would want to move actually what we are designing here. So our design will look something like this. This is what the our workflow will look like, and this is I have, like, when I have built my agent graph on LangGraph, I have tried to draw the graph in Mermaid. So Mermaid is actually a diagram generator tool. So the LangChain has the support for it. The LangChain can your LangGraph can spit out the commands which you can enter or which you can copy paste in the Mermaid tool. They can generate a basic graph for it. So every LangGraph in LangGraph, every agentic workflows start from a start node and ends with an end node. So our agentic workflow lies between it. And for the sake of simplicity, the current since this is the first video of, like, on the AI agentic workflow, so I wanted to keep it a bit simple. So this is a serial workflow. Every node is arranged in a serial fashion, that is, every node is executing one after the other, and that's why I'm keeping this simple. In the future videos, we'll be introducing parallel execution as well, and we'll also see multiple concepts like custom reducers, how you would wait for multiple nodes executing in parallel, right, and how you can save time when you introduce this parallel execution flow. But for the sake of this video, we'll be keeping it we'll keep the agent in a serial fashion. So you can see the agent starts from a start node. It goes to a node which is called get candidate profile content, which is basically gets the candidate profile content from the LinkedIn profile link or a document. So what you can do is that you can provide a link to your LinkedIn profile, or if you have any link or any resume of yours, you can give it to the agent node, and they will try to pull out the content from it. Now they are only pulling the content, they are not pulling a particular piece of content, they are just pulling all the things which is there in the URL or basically in the document. Same goes with the another node which is executing after this, that is get receiver profile content. It is trying to get the profile content of the receiver from the LinkedIn profile URL or a link or a doc. The same thing, but this time you have to give the receiver's LinkedIn profile to whom you are planning to send your referral outreach message, and that link, from that link they'll try to get the information, or if there is any document or a dump of their data, they'll try to get the information. So you can modify this agentic workflow to work by pulling the data from the link. For this demo, we are pulling the data from a doc, so it would be very similar. Just for the sake of simplicity, I have kept this limited to a doc. So we get the information of the candidate and the receiver. Now what we are planning to do is that we are trying to extract the candidate profile information, and the receiver profile information. So this is also happening one after the other. The first node is extract candidate profile information, which extracts the information which we wanted to pull. So we explained this in the previous slides or previous diagram that we want to pull up proper information or some selected information for the candidate and the receiver. So for candidate, we want to pull the name, skill, and experience. For receiver, we want the name of the receiver, their current role, and their organization. So from the content which we have pulled earlier for the receiver and the candidate, we will pull these particular information. So for candidate, we will pull the profile content from the profile content, we're gonna pull name, skills, and experiences for the candidate. And for receiver, we'll be pulling the name, their current role, and the current organization. Once we have all these information in place, we will give it to another node, which will be another AI agent, which will gonna write a referral pitch. Because for writing a referral pitch, we need all these information which we are extracting here. And once we have extracted all the information, we will give it to the agent, which will finally write a referral pitch. And after that, it will gonna return the referral pitch, and our agentic workflow execution will end. So this is how the flow of the agentic workflow looks like. It is pretty simple and it works. We'll see it live. We'll see it live in the VS Code, how I have designed each node and how we can arrange that in a LangGraph architecture. So let's quickly move on to that part. So now we are here in our code base. I want to explain each and every nodes first. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna show the code, what I have written. This is currently a very simplified code. I'm going ahead and I'm importing some libraries from LangChain, and I'm also importing my environment variables. So I'm gonna run it, and this runs. This is all this is open source, so you don't have to actually go anywhere. It's like you can just pip install whatever library you want. I'll gonna load my environment variable. So this environment variable is nothing but it is the key. So basically, if you want to call a large language model through your AI agent, you have to get a key, right? You cannot call it like simply. You have to get a key, and you have to pass that key like as an environment variable. You have to store it, and you have to pass that key whenever you are making a call, so that the LLM company or the whosoever is providing you that service can know that you are an authorized user, and they will gonna go ahead and let you use their model, right? Sometime you have to pay for it as well. Sometime you might have some credits from which you can get the key. So it totally depends. It's not that costly. For me, it costed me like 500 rupees to call an LLM model, and I can maybe use that credit for a month or two if I'm using it a bit heavily. So yeah, after the environment variables, what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna explain each and every nodes. So the first node is getting the profile content. Now the profile content is nothing. When you give the profile information, it tries to get all the content. So here you can give your URL as well. I am giving the link to the doc where the profile is. Here my profile is in these two text files. The profile one is the profile information about the candidate. Profile one is the profile information about the receiver, and profile two is the profile information about the candidate. So what I'm going is that I'm pulling these details here and I'm returning. That is the first node. So this node, this can eventually read the profile information of the receiver and the candidate. After that, we are going here, which is extracting the receiver profile information. So what we want to do is that we want to, like, whatever profile content we have received from here, we want to extract a particular piece of information which we explained. And we want to do that by writing a query which mentions get the profile details like name, organization, and current role from the profile content. So this is the query looks like. We are saying that, hey, like asking the model that, hey, I'm giving you all the content which I have now, like, can you pull the name, organization, and the current role from the profile content? Because for the receiver, we only want these information. And then we are like, here we are using a OpenAI GPT model, GPT-4o model to be very specific. and we are sending this query along with the profile content so that the model has the context, or basically has all the content from which they have to pull the required information. As a placeholder, I'm also telling the model that, hey, you are a helpful assistant that extracts profile details from the provided content, and then I am specifically specifying what content you want to pull. For this case, it is name, organization, and the current role. Now another method is extract candidate profile information. It is also very similar to the receiver profile information, but here we want a different set of information, so the query is a bit different. Here it says get profile details like name, organization, current role, along with that experience and skill from the profile content. Because for a candidate, like if I'm sending a referral message to someone, I would want to like add my experience and skill, a very small part of my experience and skill in the referral pitch, so that the receiver on the other end can understand like what I am good at, and like is it okay to go ahead and give me a referral, or is it okay to go ahead and actually look at my profile and like make a decision. So that's why we are pulling experience and skill as well. Apart from that, the rest of the things are similar to the previous method. We are providing a profile content, that is the uh, profile information of the candidate. We are passing the query, and then we are waiting for the model to return a response. Okay, now once this is done, I can see this entire flow in action by running this. So above, what we did is that we defined each and everything. So I can just like run this, and now we have all the methods defined. Now here I can actually run the method. So I can run it, and I'll see it will take some time because there are two nodes which are getting executed one by one, so it takes some time. And once the model has all the information, we will print these information. So it is getting the profile content, it is extracting the required information. Again, it is getting the profile content for the candidate, it is extracting the candidate information, and after that all the profile information is getting printed here, and we'll be able to see it shortly. Yep, it is here. So for the receiver, it is saying the name Zach Johnson, organization Mindera, and current role co-founder and head of AI product, location Zurich, Switzerland, and the name of the candidate is John Doe, organization UBS, current role senior software engineer, and the experience is senior software engineer at UBS. All the experiences it has tried to list. Along with that, it has also tried to list the skills. So this is what everything I have, because for agent to actually frame a referral pitch, all of these things are needed. So this is what my agent is trying to pull out from the profile information. And now, since I have all these information in place, uh, I can create another method, or basically I can create another agent which can take all these information and can write me a referral pitch. And this is a method which does that. This is a write referral pitch. It takes the receiver information and candidate information which is shown earlier. What it does is that it says that you are a candidate applying to a role. Write a referral pitch for applying to an open position in the receiver's organization based on the receiver's profile information and the candidate profile information. Now, the receiver profile information and candidate profile information is provided to you, and the receiver information has the receiver name, organization, and current role. The candidate profile information has candidate name, organization, current role, experience, and skills. This is what everything we wanted. The pitch should be concise, professional, and highlight the candidate's skills and experiences that make them a good fit for the position. Keep the pitch message concise to the point, under 100 words, right? So we want the agent to keep the pitch message concise and keep it under 100 words. Don't make it too long, because we don't want the receiver to get overwhelmed seeing the message and seeing that, okay, it's too long, I might read it later. So we want the message to be concise so that they can quickly have a glance at it and they can understand what is happening. Now we are again using the GPT-4o model to do all of these things. We are passing the receiver information and the candidate information which we pulled earlier, along with the big query which we have defined here, right? And then this model will gonna return the referral pitch which we will gonna return, right? So I can define my method here, and then I can write the referral pitch. Okay, so the referral pitch, the agent has like executed, and it is stored in the referral. The referral pitch which is written is stored in this variable. I can go ahead and I can print it, and here is the message. So the message says referral opportunity at Mindera. That is correct. Hi Zach, I hope this message finds you well. I am reaching out to express my interest in joining Mindera. With over a decade of experiences in software engineering, including design scalable microservices at UBS and developing advanced algorithms, I believe my skills in Java, C++, and AI align well with your team's objective. My experience in leading projects and mentoring has prepared me to make a meaningful contribution under your leadership. I would be thrilled to explore potential opportunities at Mindera. Thank you for your consideration. Best regards, John Doe. So this is a valid, is an okay referral message. It should work because it is concise. Here the agent has also inserted the skills and experiences very beautifully of the candidate. The candidate name is there, the receiver name is there whom the message is dedicated to. The subject clearly mentions the organization name. So this is pretty good. This is a very good referral message which can be sent to anyone. Now what you can do is that you can automate this using LangGraph, and what you have to do is that you basically have to just pass in the LinkedIn profile URL of the candidate and the receiver, and the agent will gonna write a referral pitch for you, which you can just like maybe copy paste, and or maybe if you want to make some fine tweaks, you can do that and you can send it. This is what the agent uh, does here. Now let's quickly, we have explored each and every node in detail. Now let's quickly understand how you can arrange this node in a LangGraph framework and how you can run them at once automatically. So we have to run it manually. Now what we'll do is that we're gonna build an agentic workflow by arranging all these nodes in a LangGraph framework, and we're gonna see how you can automate everything and make the agent do all the things at once and return you with a final referral pitch. We have seen we have discussed all the nodes, we have seen the code, we have executed it, and we saw that the agent was able to write a referral message pretty accurately. But what the problem we faced is that we had to trigger or run each and every node manually. What we wanted is that we wanted to build an agentic workflow where we don't have to do all these manual parts. We can run a script and every nodes can be executed in a graphical fashion, one after the other, the way we arrange, and at the end we can get the output. So for this I have a separate file where I have moved all the nodes. Now we have moved all the nodes, but the difference is that most of the logic is same, but all the nodes take a shared state and all the nodes are arranged in a graph fashion. So this is what we saw earlier as well. We have but here this is the build graph. This is what I have added additionally. Here what we are doing is that we are building our graph by first adding the nodes and then adding the edges. So you can think of it as a basic graph architecture where we basically define the nodes and then we basically connect these nodes via edges so that we can tell that how the flow should be. And these edges are directed. So this will always be the source and this will always be a destination, and the edge will gonna flow from source to destination, right? So we have added all the nodes here, and now we have added the edges, that is get the candidate profile, get the content. Now from the flow starts from getting the profile content of the candidate. Then after getting the profile content, we get the receiver profile content, then we get the candidate profile information, then we get the receiver profile information, and then after that when we have all these information in place, we write a referral pitch, and then after that our workflow ends. Now the thing is that we still have to pass information from one node to another, right? For example, if we have if get candidate profile content returns the profile content of the candidate, we want that profile content to be sent to the node ahead. And how we do that in a LangGraph framework? We do that using a shared state. The shared state is basically a packet which one node can put their output in, and they can send it to another nodes ahead and they can utilize those outputs. So our shared state looks something like this. We have a candidate profile, we have a receiver profile, we have a candidate profile content, we have receiver profile content. we have candidate profile information, we have receiver profile information, and at the end we have a referral pitch. So all of these informations can be stored in the shared state. Now initially we will not be storing anything here. We'll give it to the shared state only with the candidate and receiver profile link, and then we'll give it to the AI agent, and then the AI agent will figure out what to do with. So basically when the AI agent will start, they will get the candidate profile URL and the receiver profile URL. The one or two nodes will gonna extract the profile content and they'll gonna save it here. Then rest of the two nodes will get the required information for candidate and receiver, and it will gonna store it here. And then the last node, which is creating a referral pitch, will get these candidate profile information and receiver profile information, and it will gonna store that in the pitch, right? And at the end this will end, and in this way the same shared state will be passed on to the multiple nodes with these information. So that's why it is called a shared state, because it is shared between different nodes, right? So this is how we arrange the nodes in a LangGraph framework, and we define a shared state so that nodes can talk to each other. Okay, and now after that I'm gonna just run it. So this is a Python script, so I don't have to like run nodes each one after the other. I can simply run it from here, from my command line. So let me quickly do that. Okay, let me move it a bit here so that you can all see. So I'm gonna run python agent.py, and this will gonna go ahead and start executing nodes one after the other. It will take some time because each node is being executed in a serial fashion, and once every node execution is done, we'll get the final result. So once all the node execution was done, it says writing a referral pitch, which I have logged. For writing a referral pitch, it mentions the receiver profile information and the candidate profile information which we have, and after that it will gonna print the result. So currently what I have print is the graph, but I can edit it and I can print the actual output as well. So let me do that quickly. So this is the referral pitch which I want to print, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna comment the graph flow, so that like I don't want to print the Mohammed thing which I want to showcase here. I just want to print the pitch which the agent has generated. So I'm gonna run it again. It will do the same thing, but now since I have enabled the print statement, so we will be able to see what the pitch is. So it got all the information. It is trying to write the referral pitch with the receiver's profile info and the candidate profile info. Candidate profile info has the name and skills as well. And here is the referral pitch with the subject and the entire thing. So I'm gonna just expand it here. So this was the referral pitch, which you should be able to see. I'm writing to express my interest in AI role, blah blah blah, which we have already seen. And this is how this ends. So this is what I wanted to showcase here. Now let's quickly move back to this. So this is what we followed, and this is what we actually built here. And at the end, this is how the response looked like. So this is an AI agent. This is the output of our agent workflow, which is hi Zach, and this is the entire referral pitch which the AI agent has written for me, and this ends like this. So hope this was helpful. This is how you can build a agentic workflow in LangGraph. Moving forward, in the videos ahead, we'll be building more complex agentic workflows. We'll introduce more complex methods like parallel execution, custom reducers. We'll talk more about shared state, and we'll try to see what else we can automate and what else we can do with these agentic workflows.